Hello and welcome to Dan's Bluecast. We have some news. I didn't plan to come on now because, as you all know, I am going live later on with Elton Wellesby, big Everton fan, commentator. He's got all the CV, and I am looking forward to that. And that's happening at 8 o'clock, so get on it. It should be a good list. I had already had him on, and he's a cracker. All his Everton stories, had time with all the legends. His stories are so amazing. You'll like it. Pop on for that. 8 o'clock tonight. It will be a good listen. And I've just come on now just to update. If you're on live now, if you're coming on now, just pop in the comments what you think, because I just wanted to get your thoughts on this, because I know you might pop it in the comments of the next stream with Elton Wellesby's stories. And it probably won't go with that. So I don't want it to overlap with that. So I just think, pop on now. Tell me what you think in the comments. I've seen a few on. Put what you think in the comments on this now. Now I've got it along the bottom. Apparently, we broke the rules. From what I've listened to a few things, few Everton fans on it. Apparently, it's around. I haven't got a big understanding on this. Apparently, it's around the Richarlison when we sold the money. When we sold Richarlison, sorry, got that sold the money. Sold Richarlison, and. There was something going on there with the board. They messed up massively. Now, the big question is, why have the board let Everton get in this situation? Breaking the rules, FFP, that bad that they had to go and sell Richarlison for 60 million just to not break the rules. It's got to be something to do with that. I mean, pop on what you think in the comments, but it's got to be something to do with that. It's got to be linked to that, because obviously we was in a massive crisis. Richarlison had to go. We needed that money. And did that Richarlison deal stop us from breaking the rules, or did we do that and it wasn't good enough? And they're coming out now and saying, you did that. You said it's good enough on your part, but it wasn't. You broke the rules. It's going to be interesting to see what they come out with. I mean, dropping a few people coming in now. I know it's early, a quick one. Didn't even advertise it. It's late. It's breaking news. But tell me what you think on this. It's crazy. Now, it started off with the Premier League coming out. I mean, they've called us out. They've said that we broke the rules and they're going to stamp down on it, and they're taking us to court with it. And then we've come out after Everton's website have come out, and the board have said they've done nothing wrong. We're in the right. We'll go head to head and prove that we're in the right. So it's going to be an interesting one to see who wins this battle. Now, it's not a surprise to me that this board have messed up massively. It's crazy. It's scary. I hope nothing happens like this season. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm just like not many on, just this latest news. What do you think on it, Matt? Tell me now. I'll interact with people in the comments. That's a good thing about this one. Quick, not many on, because I can interact. What do you think on this breaking news now with the board? I mean, it's not surprising, Matt, that this board are a bodge up. They shouldn't be here. And I don't want us to pay for stuff just to prove that the board are crap, because we already know that. We already know this board's awful. I don't want us to get like points now in a relegation battle or anything like that, because it could affect us staying on. I presume, put what you think, Matt, in the comments. I presume that we wouldn't get the punishments until the end of the season, but I don't want to say that in case it come to bite me in the arse. I'm hoping that we're just in the right, because we've seen all this come out on Man City broke all the rules and there's going to stamp down. Nothing's happened yet. We've seen it with Burnley as well. Yeah, Matt's just said no, he don't fully understand it. This is me. I've just thought this is exactly the same as you, Matt. I thought I've got to keep up with this breaking news because I say it on my thing that I'm going to do that, but I don't understand it. I can tell you tactics, everything, and the players and everything. I can tell you that side and signings, who's good, who's not. But this board stuff, I don't understand it completely. I've even seen the ESC on it a load of, but I'm not the only person that doesn't understand it as well, Matt, because straight away I've seen on my Twitter, I went on my Twitter straight away and it's like, the ESC, what does this mean? The ESC, what does this mean? And there's only problem. Everyone's going to win. No one understands it. And they haven't shown the books yet on stuff. I know that. I listen to people on it. I've just went on Toffee TV and listened to what he said and stuff. And even I don't think even he understands it as well. We're all in the same boat. We don't know. They haven't shown what on the books what they've been doing. I don't know. I don't understand it. And he's just put waiting for it to be explained in simple terms. I'm exactly the same, Matt. I don't know. I've got to get it explained to me in simple terms. But I don't think there is no simple terms to it. It's basically we're on the line with FFP. It's got to be, I just said, Matt, it's got to be that Richarlison situation. It's got to be over that time. And I've seen people tweet now where I'll go on my stuff live while I'm on. We only brought Damari Gray that season for 1 point something. Now, that's probably why. Because we was breaking the rules. I mean, everyone's fuming now. Everyone's fuming. FFP, Man City. So I've just read a tweet now. Man City broke around 100 FFP rules. No punishment yet. Everton break one FFP rule. Throw the book at them. I completely agree with that. And that's one of my top mates, Lee. He's bang on with that as well. He is literally bang on. That's why I've just said a tweet now saying, don't worry. Do not panic. Because our main focus is to stay up in the Premier League. Do not let that distract you. I don't believe that no punishment, if any punishment, because I don't like our board, but they're saying they can cover it. So you've got to hope that they do. And I just think if there's any punishment, it will be at the end of the season. And at the end of the season, if they want to deduct points, they do. I think we'll be better next season if we can stay in the Premier League. But do not let it distract us from the Premier League. Keep it on the board. Keep it on the board. I mean, the good thing is this has happened, and it's not like we're not massively onto the board and saying, get out of our club. That's the good thing. This has happened, and we're like already onto the board, already getting rid of them. They're gone. They're not even sitting in the seat. So we're already onto them big time. So it's not a surprise to us. We're onto this. We know that. As long as nothing happens till frigging next season, it won't hurt us that bad. That's my opinion on it. So don't let it make your head fall off too much because we're already onto it. They've highlighted. I mean, if we wasn't onto the board now and this come out, you'd be like, wow, our board is shit and we don't know about it. But we already know. We're calling this board out and it's just confirmation how bad these are. They will be gone. Keep pushing on this board and we will get them gone. I'm convinced that we will get them gone. I'm fuming with the board, but I've kind of just cut my head off with these and said, right, don't let them affect you. Stay up. That's our main focus. Stay positive. Stay up. And this has put a bit of a dampener on things because there was no one moaning on Everton Twitter. No one. Everyone's happy. And I just thought to myself, right, I've got Selton Wolsby thing now. I tell some good stories back in the day because obviously the Everton stories back in the day are better than what they are now. We're going to go over some. I can't wait to hear his stories, to be fair. I don't even know some of the players he's going to mention, but I love history and stuff like that. That's what we are. And we're going to go back to the good stuff. I can't wait. Another comment from Matt. If anyone else, a few people on, if you want to drop your comments, drop it. I just wanted this to come on, tell me what you think. And hopefully someone knows more than me about this. I was hoping someone come on that could literally tell us everything. And I just keep reading it out. They seem to be sticking around. They obviously can't read the room here. Yeah. And here we go. Looking forward to Elton later, mate. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I spoke to him earlier on yesterday night to get it set up. And it's going to be a cracker. And it is big. I like it because Elton Wolsby, before obviously getting him on, I went for a bit of his stuff. And I knew he's big anyway, but going for his stuff, I've got a commentator on, football commentator, football presenter. And he's a cracker. I spoke to him and he's like, he's a good one. He is a good one. And I can't wait for this. It's going to show him in a good light. And yeah, it should be a good one. I just want to listen to his stories. I could listen when I've had him on my spaces on Twitter. I could listen to him all night. And I'm going to get him on. Get all the best stories out of him. Put us as Evertonians in some good vibes over this international break and crack on. And I've also got a wicked quiz coming up with Luke versus Paul. And I'm looking for it. I've got Paul on later as well, so it'll be better. Not just me talking. Luke Luke versus Paul quiz, proper funny one as well, banter. It's going to be proper good. And then I've got other stuff coming up over the international break. So keep on this. It'll be interesting for you. Yeah, I knew what you meant, and when I read it out, I made it sound like it was reading this room on here, like it was a dead one. Oh, this new stuff. I knew exactly what you meant. Right, I'm going to shut this off now, everyone. Anyway, just dropping that news. Don't worry, that's all I wanted to come on say. Don't worry, and I didn't want loads of comments talking about that in the Elton Wellesby thing because I just want that to be nice and relaxed. Him tell his stories, and us just sit back and have a good episode of Elton Wellesby. Love it, excited for it. 8 o'clock, get on it. And yeah, it should be a good one. 3 people on. Me, Paul, and Elton Wellesby. Should be a cracker for you. Try and put it on. Here we go. And the broadcast. Up the fucking